Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa and this is a little bit of a challenge for everybody watching. This is my attempt at making the largest city possible in Civ 6. There are about 1 million different ways to do this, and I reckon you guys can probably do better than me, but here's my attempt. The rules are simple. You are looking at your capital only, so only the capital, not some other city you founded. It's got to be your capital. How big population can you make it by the time the game is over, right? Really simple. Can you get it to 30 pop or 35 pop or even 40 population? I think at the moment, if we have a look at, if I go to the Hall of Fame, you can see that my biggest city is 36 citizens. It's not terrific. Being honest, I've never really focused on it, so I'm curious. I reckon we can probably get that easily above 40. This should be really fun. Can I just say, every time I look at the Hall of Fame, it's really annoying because, like, Alexander I've won a game as, Germany I've won a game as, Poland I've won a game as, Hungary, Poundmaker I've won a game as. All of these people that I did on the like Korea, I've clearly won a game as Korea before. Like, just whenever I upgraded to Gathering Storm, I changed the laptop I used to play the game and the save files didn't come across. Very annoying. You can see, look, 7 cultures, 8 diplomatics, 11 dominations, 5 religious, 16 science, so 16 science is still the thing. I've still never got a score victory. The rules are really simple, okay? So we've spoken about the fact that it's got to be your capital. Everything else is kind of your choosing, apart from it has to be on Deity difficulty. I mean, give it a try if you want on another difficulty, but we're going to be playing this challenge on Deity. It's got to be on, well, actually it can be on any game speed you want. I reckon there's different tactics available. It can be on any map type you want, but it's got to be a small map. You can change these as you want. So we are going to be putting secret societies on, but I'm going to be leaving the tech and civic shuffle, and I'm going to be leaving dramatic ages. I reckon secret societies is going to give us the benefits that we want, but otherwise the map has to be basically it has to be a small map. It has to be on Deity. I think those are the only rules we're going to set. And all victory conditions should remain on. Okay, so you've got to keep all of these on. However, you can win anytime you want, and there are no rules as to what you do. So the era you start with is up to you. I mean, if you want to perhaps try starting in a later era and see if that works for you, I don't know. Map type, we're going to be playing on a Highlands map, and we are going to have a go with the Incans, I believe. Now, you can play any Civ you want. There is no rule on Civ. There's a few options I was considering as to this challenge, and again, this is why I'm really excited about this. I'm trying it one way, but there is no correct way of doing this. There are going to be better techniques that I have not tried, or that there are options available. I was thinking about playing China and using their ability to get some early game wonders to guarantee that I got things like Stonehenge, the Hanging Gardens, the Temple of Artemis, some really good growth civs. I was considering going for someone like England and using their Royal Navy dockyards, or maybe Mali, and using their commercial hubs, or their sugubas, in order to guarantee that they just get hundreds of trade routes and flood the capital. I think the Congo would work really well, the Mbanza districts, those neighbourhood districts, to get tons and tons of housing in order to get a huge capital. And I think Rome always works really well with baths, and then obviously just because Rome is amazing and should be flooded with absolutely everything. But I mean, there are about 101 different ways you can do this. I'm going to be playing as the Incas. I reckon unlocking the terrace farms and being able to work mountain tiles are going to give us a huge amount of food coming in, and it's all about then just managing how much housing we have. I think that's going to be the really interesting thing for us. You can play with whatever resources you want. I'm going to be playing with standard. Now this is the thing. In the later game, I want as many terrace farms as I can, right? That's the most important thing. So I don't really care if there are... Actually, I know, do I want loads of luxuries? I probably do want loads of luxuries, so we'll go on abundant. I mean, I was just thinking the problem with abundant resources is that it kind of locks off quite a lot of tiles from optimum placement if you're trying to, put a district somewhere and there's iron there or something silly. That might not be the best, but we'll kind of hold that one for now. We're going to leave all the natural wonders on, although to be fair, I could probably get rid of those that don't help with food. We can't guarantee what's going to be spawning next to my city. So, you know, that's fine. Start position, we're going to go legendary. Let's see if we can get some really good stuff. Temperature, I would rather have a standard temperature, and I would rather go for a wet map. So we've got lots of rainforest and lots of marshes to chop down. I think that would work well. We've talked about game modes. We're leaving all the victory conditions on. Okay, what I'm going to be doing, do I like this colour? Yeah, I like the orange. That's a really cool colour. We are going to run up a couple of starts, and I'll tell you what seed we end up on. We're going to see if I can find a start that looks really good. This is the big thing. I always forget about this ability. It's not just the food you get from terrace farms, but domestic trade routes gain +1 food for every mountain tile in the origin city. If I can get my capital to have a bunch of mountains, oh, that's going to be huge food. So that's our first start. That's it's a big no on that one. Ugh. I mean, honestly, it's not even any. I mean, it's all desert. Yeah, sure, that could be like a cool Petra city, but I'm not relying on a Petra city. No. Again, second start, I seem to have ended up in the frozen north, where I can't even put my terrace farms down. Again, that's a big no from me. By the way, I expect to see as many comments as possible showing me your attempts. I want to see screenshots on my Discord. Come to the Discord, it's really easy to share your sort of stuff. If you do manage to pull off like a 50 pop city or something, I want to see evidence of that, because that could be really cool. Ken, what is with this lack of mountains? Like, there's nothing here in order to get my terrace farms sort of rolling and going. No. That's appalling. Alright, it's a bit more promising. This is a bit more promising. There are some desert hills over here, but then that's some really good terrace farm adjacency. We've got some grassland hills over here that we can settle on for geothermal fissures. Looks like there's a bunch of mountains over in this direction. Oh, there's loads more mountains over here as well. Okay, that is a bit better a start. I quite like that as a start. Now, there's going to be a couple of things that we need to think about, really, as to what wonders we want to sort of try and focus on. The Great Bath we're never going to get. The Deity AI always steals that one, and I think rushing Stonehenge would be an interesting one if we had some stone. I don't think we've actually started with any stone, so it's not really an option for us. But I'm thinking a religion, feed the world-based religion, would give us a huge amount of housing and a huge amount of food. So I kind of want to get a religion if I can. The Hanging Gardens vote is of like super importance. That would be really, really, really cool. Increases growth by 15% in all cities. If I can put that down, that extra growth rate across my empire, well, especially in my capital, is going to really pump the capital up. I think, yeah, we're going to see if we can try and focus on the Hanging Gardens. I don't actually know if we'll get away with that one or be able to boost it. I don't even know if we've got a farmable resource near us that would allow us to do that. But it's looking okay. I'm just thinking in terms of terrace farms. If I had to put an aqueduct on this tile here, there's lots of terrace farms in the area. Actually, no, if I kept here, the problem is the geothermal fissure, I can't settle. I can't do anything with it, so I might as well settle on top of it. I'm going to settle on top of it. Yeah, there's more mountains here. I'm moving off the river, which sucks a little bit, but yeah, that'll be fine. In terms of governors, we're going to be getting a huge capital. So one hand tells me to avoid losing the game and to keep relevant in the game. I want to be getting Pingala with the library, the connoisseur, the researcher all getting together. I could also beeline for grants to guarantee that I got a religion. That would be pretty useful. Magnus, however, is the longer term sort of, goal here, because that 20% growth in the city is amazing. The trade routes ending here is no, I mean, that's totally irrelevant. But also getting provision downs means my city can be pumping out population, and the more population I have, the more trade routes I have. So trade routes are really good. Internal trade routes, I'm going to stack up, make sure that we're working my, this one, Kwapak Nan, I'm going to say. I'm so sorry. Oh dear. Yeah, I think that this is going to be fine. I don't know if we'll go for Pingala or Magnus first. I could always use Pingala up until the point where growth is getting a little tricky and then switch over to Magnus towards the end of the game when the trade routes kick out. I might do that. I might use Pingala first, get the science together, make sure that I can tech up and go from there. Okay, so we're the first people to set foot on a continent and we're settling right by a mountain that could erupt. Okay? That's brilliant. The first thing I do want to do is look to be building my terrace farms. We're also going to just make sure that I put the districts down in the right place, if I remember. So there is the aqueduct, which means we're going to go farm, farm, farm. Now my capital, weirdly enough, I don't want to be putting too many districts down because I want to get as many workable tiles as possible. Specifically as well, Highland maps are really, really big. I don't want anything within about 9 tiles of my capital because I want my capital to go 1, 2, 3, work all these tiles, then also to go 4, 5, so that it's got a 5 tile radius all around it. So we're going to have to get Theatre Square down and make sure that the culture in the city works really well. But I want my capital to be as big as possible because don't forget, even if I can't work the tiles on the edge, it does increase the housing and it does increase the amount of mountains within 5 tiles of my territory. I think that's within for every mountain tile in the origin city, yeah. So it doesn't have to be worked mountains, it just has to be mountains. So like this mountain here, for instance, that's a 4 tile away, but I can work that, that can help me as long as it's nearby. So there's a lot to think about here. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is do I get a builder first? I'm not getting mining first, am I? I think, do we go for a monument and just sort of spread out a little bit? And just hope that we work these tiles soon? Which tiles are going to start working for me first? It hasn't decided yet. Should we go for a monument first? I'm always tempted to do that. Or go for a second warrior and try and explore a little bit, see if we can go find some stuff. Again, getting the settlers in and doing that is probably quite a good option. There's a lot of stuff, and ultimately, we need to get as close to 10,500 as possible in order to get as maximum growth that we can. So I'm in no rush, but I want to get the start of the game looking as good as possible. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get a build up, and we're going to use our initial gold to get as many brilliant tiles going as we can. So this is where I am a little bit stuck as to what to do. The Owls of Minerva, okay, are the first ones I found. Once I get Owls of Minerva, it means I can basically take over all the city-states I want, which is really, really cool. But it lets me get double trade routes. It's a very tricky one in the sense that I need to get gilded vaults on commercial hubs and then build harbours on top of that. But look, there is a harbour spot here, so it's possible. But that lets me get double trade routes. If I can get like 20 trade routes from my capital rather than 10, that will work really well. In the longer run, we'll get far more food into the city. The other alternative is to get vampires and to build vampire castles and to flood the city that. I actually think the Owls of Minerva is the longer route, the better route for me here. Because the double trade routes actually works better than vampires. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I may actually regret that. But I think the Gilded Vault, building that, allows me to put 2 trade routes down per city and lets me do that. What does Zanzibar do? Cinnamon and cloves. Okay, it is a little close to my capital. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles away. But for now, I'm going to keep it because that extra luxury base is amazing for me. Trigger an inspiration for early empire. That's to get to population 6. We should do that with ease. Alright, there are lots and lots of mountain tiles here. We are going to be absolutely fine. In fact, actually, even a Magnus start might be the sensible option here in order to just start settling. Because, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Buenos Aires. Bonus resources behave like luxury resources. Again, very good for amenities, but that one is a bit close to my city. So we might have to consider killing them. I don't know yet. We'll see how we go. Pottery's done. All right, let's immediately try and go for irrigation. I want to see if I can build the Hanging Gardens because that is an amazing city. Oh, wow. 2 barbarians appear at once. No. I'm going to go straight in for a second builder. I think timing a good old wood chop in order to try and rush the Hanging Gardens might work quite well for me, actually. That's what we're gonna say. That's what we're gonna try. All right, how much is a good old tile these days? 50 gold. That'll do. We'll move to that. We'll build a terrace farm, which should give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra food. Hopefully, yeah, +5 food. Boom. That is a +7 tile. Okay, you know what? I think that's an appropriate title. Oh, city-states are so annoying. Get out of my lands. Oh my god, that's so annoying. I want to put tiles down. Oh, Right, we have an extra economic policy slot, which is really good, so I can get God King and urban planning down. Let's get discipline as well, just to stop those barbs from, you know, tearing us to pieces too quickly. And I think early empire will be unlocking itself. State workforce, should we go for that? Craftsmanship to get Ilkham going. I think Ilkham will probably be quite a good one for me. All right, there is irrigation. That means we can now focus on building the wonder as quickly as we can. Now this aqueduct means if I put an aqueduct down, then all the terrace farms around it get loads of extra production, which is a really good thing. But that extra production is not the... I shouldn't focus or fixate on that. Equally, I could put an aqueduct down here, for instance, and it would give me a little bit of extra, because that is a sort of flatland tile. I might put a commercial hub down on that or something like that. But I think in order to get the wonder down, I would rather focus on that. I think I'll stick it here because I'm more likely to put theatre squares up on that flatland tile there. So we'll build that. I'll stick the hanging gardens down. We're going to just sort of stop the granary for a second. And okay, the builders are primed and ready. Let's just quickly go and get mining. We've got 5 turns of this quickly. And then we should be able to chop these things down. And there is mining. Okie dokie, let's give it a try. I know I'm losing some good production tiles here, but I'm going to put terrace farms down on both of these to improve the food. That chops that down pretty good. That chops that down pretty good. Alright. In fact, actually, this tile should get its production back once I put the farm down on it. So it's not the end of the world. Okay, now astrology is the good thing to do because I really want a religion. If I can get feed the world, brilliant. Just put the farms down. Okay, again, it's not going to give a huge amount of production or food, this one. But look, that is a 4 production tile. We will get rid of that farm eventually, but for now that works really well. And this one is a very good. That's a lovely tile, that one. Okay, so we've already got the production back. We've got 6 turns until the hanging gardens. I think that works quite well. Oh, for God's sake, stupid barbs. Barbs everywhere. Can I rush this one through? Oh, it's so close, hanging gardens. Okay, that's not too bad at all. Barbarian camp destroyed on my doorstep. That means I'm going to go into the normal era at the very least. I hope. Is this going to be the hanging gardens built? Yes, it is. Okay, so that is already 15% extra growth in my city. Makes a big difference. Amenities are going to be a problem. We need to make sure we're trading a lot of amenities with a lot of people, but we can do this. We've got housing, 9 housing now. Let's get another builder up and running. We've got our warrior is just doing brilliantly at clearing barbs for us and keeping us safe. We're playing a very tall and very short focused thing. What's that one? Temple of Artemis has already been built. Oh, well, I saw the camp there and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can do that. No, turn 33 Temple of Artemis. The computer is not hanging around. I'm actually not relying on getting any more wonders from this point of the game. We're just going to see what we can do. So the good thing about having 2 city-states either side of me is that their warriors are just sort of running around and giving me huge amounts of protection. It's very, very handy that actually. Okay, choose the research. We've got astrology now. We're going to try and get a religion. I think for now, let's go for animal husbandry and just, you know, enjoy ourselves from that point. We're just about to get a builder. We've just got astrology. One person is trying to get a religion. I don't believe Temple of Artemis. Okay, somebody's just built Stonehenge actually. Should we see how quickly a holy site gets popped down? Sorry, what the first religion gets popped down as. We'll have a quick look. If Feed the World gets taken already, maybe I won't be so quick in order to sort of push this one. Let's just remove this marsh. That'll give me a little bit more food in the capital. And then we'll get the holy site down. That's a +3. That's as good a spot as any, I think, really. And the aqueduct, no, that'll be fine. Okay, so the holy site is now being put down. We've got the builder here to put a couple of terrace farms down, which will help. There's loads of mountains, actually. Loads of mountains in range. This is going to be brilliant. Now, Buenos Aires wanted a trade route. And if I could get suzerain with them. Bonus resources behave like luxury resources. I don't really have any bonus resources around here, apart from like cattle and stuff. But, I mean, it's a friend. It's a friend. I'm tempted just to buy a trader in and be friends with them immediately. Oh, Although I kind of wanted to save my gold for tiles, really decent tiles. So, actually no, I've got enough tiles to work at the moment. Let's get the trader. You know what, I'm doing it. I'm just going to make friends with people. Why not? Choral music was taken, not feed the world. Okay, it's good. It means we still have hope. Now, we've got one one suzerain with Buenos Aires. I send a trade route and get the send a trade route quest. That gives me 2. And then because I have the Owls of Minerva, I'm sending a trade route. I get an envoy. That should take me to 3. That should be instant map reveal. We've got lots and lots of space around this area. Wonderful. I don't think it's actually going to give me any benefits at the moment, but that +1 diplomatic favour per turn makes a big old difference, really. Oh, and tribal huts and everything. Which I found loads of tribal huts around. Loads and loads and loads. And you can see I've got loads of room to expand. Now, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 mountains, hopefully. I should have if my city grows to its full capacity. I may have to destroy Buenos Aires to do that, but, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it for the sake of the challenge, I think. Don't forget, the more terrace farms I put down, the more the city grows, and they all have production where they have fresh water. Now, normally I overlook this immediately, but we're immediately going to go down to fertility rights. When chosen, receive a builder in my capital. City growth rate is 10% higher. That's amazing. That stacked with the hanging gardens means I've now got 25% growth in my cities, which is pretty damn good. Amenities may be a problem for me because that might start to suck out the growth rate. I need to get some more amenities going, but overall, it's pretty good. In fact, I do have a couple of amenities on the border. In fact, 1, 2, 3 amenities on the border, so maybe I should start working those. The Void Singers. Okay, that's good. We don't want to get the Void Singers. I think we are going to go for a Pingala start. I mean, it would be really good to get Magnus up really quickly in order to start sending trade routes out, but my capital is going to be busy for a little bit, and I'd rather go for grants in order to try and get a religion. So let's go for Pingala to start with. We can always move him out later. I think it's the longer term strategy here. And look at that, we've got the 2 tribal huts, so my scout can go and find those quickly. Here's the first amenity. It's both housing and also increased growth rate by the fact that I'm no longer unhappy, which is really lovely indeed. Okay, a second religion's actually been taken already, I think. Has it? No, it hasn't. It hasn't. I'm just seeing things. Okay, Holy Site's been finished. 1 turn too late to help me get a Golden Age, but never mind. Don't mind that at the moment. Founded religion. Yeah, Exodus of Evangelists works really well. Okay, so we've got the Holy Site down. There's only 2 profit points per turn going into that city. So I'm just going to quickly get the Holy Site, and then we'll see if we can rush the religion out. Let's go for early empire now. Governors. Promote. Let's go for, should we go for connoisseur or research? I think connoisseur to get the extra culture in per turn to help grow my borders a little bit. Already that's worth 9 culture per turn. Huge. I think getting Pingala was the right thing to do. I really do. Persia. Alright, nice to meet you, Persia. Where were you? You're over in that direction. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this builder already is just getting immediately frightened by this horrific warrior over there. I've got my warrior on its way back. Hopefully, actually, did I just find an envoy in a tribal hut? I did. That's amazing. That means I can get Zanzibar in on side immediately, which is first suzerain, and that gives me loads of amenities to make my city really happy. And hopefully, to help me fight off these barbarians, but I'm just focusing on the religion. I'm going to take a bit of a hit in terms of production here and food, because it's going to eat all of my stuff, I think. I'm going to leave my builder alive for a second, just in case I need to fix things. Okay, right, 3 points coming in per turn. We're going to have to rush this religion, I think. It's a bad deal, but extra gold per turn at this stage, I'm willing to do. That's fine. Where are you going? Oh, they're coming right into the heart of my empire. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, we're at 10 pop, our city, though. That's quite fun. So, I'll take that. Let's quickly just chuck our slinger out very quickly. I'm going to get Pingala to get grants. So now I'm generating 4 profit points per turn, which is more than this city, or whoever their unmet player is there. Come on, warrior, hurry back. You're taking so long. Let's get writing going. Civic, drama, and oh no, it's political philosophy. Let's just do that quickly. And let's get this one. Bronze working has been boosted. Okay. Oh, they're attacking the city rather than actually doing too much damage to me. So that works quite well, actually. Just keep doing that for now. Okay, that should be that warrior done. Oh, look, there's 2 archers on the way now. That's absolutely horrific. Have I got masonry yet? Nope. Build a quarry. Let's get walls up. This is going to be an amazing city for people to try and, like, steal. So I've just finished my project. And I'm really worried that this unmet player is going to get their religion before me. So what I'm doing is I'm moving my builder down to this forest. I need to do 1 more holy site prayers, but I need to rush that through as quickly as I can. The barbarians are still a nuisance to me up in this direction, but for now it's okay. I might just see quickly what I can do in terms of getting gold, just in case I need to purchase out my great person. That'll do. 80 gold up front. That's okay. Open borders as well with Cyrus. Oh, very rare I can get open borders. Oh man, I really wanted to fix that tile, but I'm going to have to burn the builder quickly. So there's political philosophy. In terms of governments, the +1 housing and the +1 amenities is always really, you know, it's a great thing, but I'm focusing on 1 city, not on multiple. So this time I'm going to go for autocracy. The yields in the capital should help it grow and to build things. So I think in the longer run, that's quite fun. Discipline, let's go for Gogi, God King, we're going to go for Ilkun, and then we'll go for settlers just in case. Alrighty, right. Has somebody gone for that yet? Nope, not yet. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly buy the tile, and then hope this is going to be in our 36 production. Boom. That does it, which means I can now get the prophet. I can recruit the prophet. Because I've recruited it with points, I can use it the same turn. That means I can then plonk it down, and I've got a religion. Well, I mean, if I'd paid attention, I would have noticed that Hinduism was taken a few turns ago, and they took Feed the World, but that's okay. It's okay. Right, it's really annoying that, because that full housing that we could have grabbed from that sort of area is you know, really good, but it doesn't mean that we can't get it. I can still take Hinduism later, and we're going to be trying to do that. So we need like a sacrificial religion. So this is effectively going to be like a dummy religion for a little bit. We're going to get work ethic, which will give me a little bit of food whilst I'm here, and I'm going to get Gerdawa in because that will give me another +1 housing. Actually, the stupa. Is it worth getting the stupa? Oh no, the extra food and extra housing I think is probably a better thing for me. We're going to build the Gerdawa, and then as soon as we've done that, the religion is useless to us. We'll flip over and see if we can put Hinduism in the city by finding whoever has Hinduism, settling near them until they spread the religion to me, and then like going from there. It's going to be a bit of a messy approach, but we can still make this work, I think. Alright, these barbs are getting very annoying now. Come on. Get lost. I can now build walls. Let's just quickly get those up and running. My capital's almost at full population growth now, so I need to push that up a little bit and actually start settling now. This has reached that point in the game. Theology. Alright, we need to do that quickly. Let's get the temple, then we can get the Gerdawa up. That would be a good thing. Envoys, I'm just throwing them towards Zanzibar at the moment. Train a spearman, I could do that very soon actually. Games and recreation, yep. This is all wonderful. Again, I need to focus now on actually settling out a little bit. That would be really good. Ethiopia is in the game. That's intriguing. Okay, well, Ethiopia are keeping Persia honest. I quite like that actually. Persia can often run away with things a little bit. If they get like an early victory or two. Engineering, actually that would help me massively. Indonesia, another contender for someone who could make really big cities. They're pretty good at that. Oh, is that actually, that's Hinduism. Alright, so is that, I wish there was a button I could press that just says, give me your religion, please. Thank you very much. That would be amazing if you could do that. Who are we going to, we'll keep sending them to Zanzibar and Buenos Aires for now. Our trade routes, we go, look, 6 envoys with them already. It's pretty good. I think this will be a pretty good farm. Boom! Not a bad desert tile. And actually, look, these mountains are being worked with 6 and 5 yields. Oh, they're pretty damn good. All right, go to how much for that? 380 faith. We should be able to afford that pretty soon. Okay, I think as much as it pains me, a couple of settlers here would be a really good thing to do. So let's just quickly do that one. Defensive tactics, we haven't been declared on just yet, which is a wonderful thing. I can't complain about that at all. And we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains in my capital. That's pretty cool. I'm also just building one of my unique mountain tile passes just so I can skip over and around my mountain. That was proving a little bit tricky before. Oh yes, Indonesia. Look, there's the religion. Spread it to me, please. You've heard my calls. At the moment I'm deciding whether or not an audience chamber would be a really good idea in this city. Or whether or not keeping an ancestral hall to be able to get more settlers and more builders and get more sort of trade routes in that way. I think I might actually get the audience chamber this time round. I rarely do that. So let's get the government plaza going. A couple more governors would not be amiss. I'm also doing my best to settle as many of these like little mountain passes just to help me navigate around this area. But I think, yeah, the extra housing is going to make a big old difference for me at this early stage of the game. Just another farm there. Lovely. It just helps to keep the housing nice and high. Let's just put the mountain pass on that tile. Lovely. Okay, this is good. Oh god, everything keeps erupting around here. Not very nice at all. Not very nice at all. If I've got the builder, so the builder's done some lovely routes. I'm just trying to think about the best tiles now that may or may not appear around my capital. This tile is a pretty good one actually, so I need to get another mountain pass in just here and I can settle on this newly fertile volcanic soil. That'd be quite nice. Just gonna get researcher in quickly as well. That's a huge amount of extra science for me. I think it actually doubles my science per turn. Okay, Pingala is now set up and running, so Magnus I've just purchased in. He can start getting the settlers out. I think that'll be pretty good. Feudalism, build 6 farms. I'm unlikely to do that, so we'll just rush that one through. And the aqueduct is now being built. There's Ethiopia. Hello, Ethiopia. Nice to meet you as well. I actually want to be friends with as many people as I can, realistically. I'll send a delegation to them. Void Singers on Indonesia. That's quite a scary combination, actually. Very scary combination because they get a lot of faith and they focus a lot on faith. As does Ethiopia, who've gone Void Singers. Oh no. That's, again, really strong combo. We're doing our best to make friends with both of those guys. Anyway, Hermetic Order for Persia. Yeah, you're going to regret that, Persia. They're terrible. They are absolutely terrible. Okay, 130 gold is very steep, but it does let me build an amazing terrace farm in, which helps to improve these volcanoes and mountains and all this stuff as well. So that's lovely. Oh, they're actually spreading their religion to me. Do it. I love it. Thank you, Indonesia. Thank you. Just flogging off my diplomatic favour. I just got 100 gold. No. Don't want to declare war. Dear oh dear, that would be a terrible thing. What would you give me for that? 15 gold per turn. Yes, you know what? That's good as well. Alright, good. We've got lots of stuff coming in. Come on, get rid of my religion. Get rid of it. Go to work. There's some more housing. But I need to feed the world. Feed the world. Feed me! So that you can see I've got plus 24% from amenities coming in. I don't think that's quite everything in terms of the growth. Hang on, let's have other growth bonuses. 25%, yeah, so that's the 10% that comes from my Pantheon and the 15% that comes from the Wonder, so that's the 25%. When Magnus goes into this city, it's going to be absolutely mad, but for now, we're not pushing the limits of it. Housing is the limit, not the growth. So we're just going to keep at it for now. Should we get a theatre square going, actually? I'm just thinking of the best things to do there. Annoyingly, the horses actually settled right on top of where I was going to build my theatre square. So that's a little bit annoying. Not that it really matters particularly, but it does a little bit. Put my theatre square here, actually. That'd be pretty good. I was just thinking about getting as much culture into the city as possible, but I think actually for now, let's get audience chamber and that'll give a little bit more housing. For now, that's a pretty good shout. You can see I'm just thinking about where to settle here. I'm looking to go about 9 tiles away from my capital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be okay, but it doesn't have an aqueduct within reach, so we're just going to go down 1 tile and settle there, I think, and then that gives us the space for an aqueduct. Let's just settle and we can start sending routes through. So, this city's pretty much sole job is going to be just purely feeding the other city. Let's immediately start getting in a builder. We need to get lots of builders. I think I'm going to get serfdom up and running. This should actually be a decent little city. There's enough hills around here to make it put a good effort about stuff. Come on, right. Okay, this catapult's going to be quite annoying, I can tell. Oh, hello. All the barbarians are back. Hello. Nice to see you all. Should we just get a unit or two? I think I might actually just have to get a couple units just to fight these guys off a bit. Okay, there's loads and loads of barbarians here. That's not very fun. I'm just going to prioritize the ones that can actually hit our walls. Okay, that's good. That's all right, actually. You know what? We can spit out units like so quickly. So quickly. Because we've got 35 production in this city, which is pretty damn good. Mathematics. Should get a diplomatic quarter going pretty soon, actually. That's not a bad shout. Alright, you're annoying me now. You're actually annoying me now. Please, everyone, get lost. I've got enough defense here. You're not going to make any effort or progress because this is all hill land. You can't get onto it, so leave me alone. Thank you very much. I think 3 inquiry. Let's do that. Or monumentality, constructing districts. No, I think we're going to get more Arikas, I think. That should be pretty good. We're on 15 pop next term, which is by far the biggest in the land, I believe. And let's go for being able to produce units really quickly, and let's go for city centre buildings because I haven't got many of those. Let's try that, see if it works. Production, campus. Oh no, campus! Oh my goodness, computer actually has learned to do something a bit different. That's a little bit scary. Okay, again, we're just focusing on the people that can pillage. Good, and then we'll focus on the swordsmen because these guys are pretty tough. God, the barbarians are everywhere, but we have enough resistance. We're doing a good job here. We can build the harbour next term. We can build a commercial hub. Right, feeding station 1, you're doing a good job as well. Trade routes, actually, I do need to start thinking about because we've got some really good trade routes we can send from our capital just to feed this city up. You get garrison and attack, and shoot. Alright, that's good. This is a good old start now. Urban planning, serfdom, colonialization, feudal contract. These are all wonderful policies. Okay, good. The city's now got 20 housing. That is a good start. But Indonesia, I need your religion. Keep spreading it. Why are you not spreading it? Oh, I have a special concern I can put in. What's that? Converted Plaza to Hinduism. No, quite frankly, Hinduism, I think, sounds like a great job at the moment. We quite like the idea of Feed the World spreading. I want it to spread. I don't want to create an emergency out of that at all. No, I don't want to. Stop asking me about that one. It's not something I'm up for. Alright, so, Feed Me's just about got itself like even more stuff, just purely from all of these improvements. I need to repair the outer defense. I've got another settler who's out and exploring. Pingala is the one building all the settlers at the moment, which is ironic, seeing as I built Magnus for that exact thing. But at the moment, it's just kind of happening naturally. There's no rush. Special session, yes, I know. I think, actually, we could probably look for a couple of extra... Oh, actually, look, people have just voted on stuff. And the World Congress is just currently in session. Oh, no, hang on. I've got to vote on that, haven't I? No, I don't want to vote to that religious emergency. That sounds like a terrible idea. Okay, now I was wondering why about that one. But if I have a look at resources, you can see silk, fur. Okay, furs and citrus are options for me. I want both. Furs, let's go for a little bit of political favour for that one. And we'll go for citrus. Again, chucking a little bit towards you. Lovely. And that means that my capital now has +4, which is amazing. It's actually got 12 amenities coming in, 8 from luxury. And it's soon to get more. This should be another pretty good terrace farm. Yeah, look at that. These are all fantastic improvements. My capital now has 45 production coming in. That's not bad, really, is it? We also... Again, we're just about 9 tiles away thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 and 9. up this way, I think. Keep plonking the farms down. They're starting to give each other adjacency now, so we've got some amazing food coming in. 22 housing now, which isn't too bad at all. I haven't even got neighborhoods yet. That's the crazy thing. Second feeding station up and running. Declare friendship. Yes, lovely. Okay, we've got Indonesia is now a friend. That's good. We want allies. If we can stick with democracy, that's really good. Although communism, I think, is the way we're going to go, because internal trade routes benefit best with my abilities. So that's not a bad shout, I don't think. What are we going to do? Where are we going to put this? Put it here. I'm just thinking of the most terrace farms that will improve. It's kind of these ways. Is that actually a hill? That's plains. It doesn't really matter. Let's stick it there then instead. And finally, a very special shout out to Scott Stratton and Major King Kong for all of your help on Patreon, as well as everybody else who likes, subscribes, comments on videos, joins Discord. You guys keep me going. Thank you very much.